What an insufferable collection of miserable atmosphere. I'm not so certain what overwhelms me first. The dark, limiting even my unnatural eyesight. The sound of our encaptured kin, both Fae and my kind alike. Perhaps it's the ghastly fumes of fungi, foul enough to gag a ghoul, no doubt. If I didn't know any better, I'd think Lysander was trying to make everything feel homey. Of course I haven't forgotten you, my lovely little wisp. I don't go around talking to myself like I'm insane or as though I enjoy the sound of my own voice. Well, that's not entirely true. I do enjoy hearing myself. I suppose that is a bit cruel, given that my voice isn't lethal. What a punishment it must be to only safely express yourself in whispers and murmurs. Nonsense. I think I might actually be the one to suffer. If your voice matches the rest of you, I wouldn't mind dying again. I suppose you're right. Although, it's much less fun if I can't even be the slightest bit flirtatious. Since we're on the matter of getting out of here, that gate seems sturdy enough. We won't have to worry about Lysander's henchmen attacking from our rear. No, I'll leave that one alone. I do have some self-control. Even better that the gates do hold. This equipment I've been using is severely subpar at best. If we plan on truly being free of the bastards, we should keep an eye out for upgrades. Oh, I'd love to see the look on Lysander's face as I ran him through with my S-Stock. Knowing him, however, he's most likely tucked my things into the most inconvenient place he could think of. Oh no, darling, I wouldn't have a clue. While I have been here before, Lysander stole this structure from some mad prince ages ago. The poor fool hired some genius architect from the other side of the realms, had him interweaving magic into the foundation. Drove the poor bastard mad to the point he buried himself inside the mortar. In order to escape this place, we'll have to navigate a maze fueled by the machinations of not one, but 3 madmen. No doubt finding my equipment will require several unique items, abilities neither of us currently possess, and likely at least one session of backtracking. Well then, sadly, I have to count myself alone and looking forward to it. My lovely creature. For the sake of seriousness and duty, I was left to die and turned undead. If I've truly been damned, then at the very least I will find some entertainment in it. Well, there's no point burning in hell if I'm bored. And drinking is out of the question. Redemption? You sweet, silly spirit. Whatever for? Salvation is a concept made up by men dressed in the softest and cleanest of fabric to comfort their weak and befouled souls. An excuse to continue whatever flavor debauchery they find the most difficult to resist. Then why am I not fighting Lysander? Is revenge not enough? Well, I needed your help, of course, but I suppose you're right. I could have just abandoned you as soon as I was free of my cell. But I won't be the same as him. I won't leave you as soon as it's advantageous. So you'll just have to put up with the vampire full of compliments and wit, I'm afraid. Now, what manner of room is this? The floors and walls are lined with iron bars. If it weren't for the stone lying underneath, I'd think we were in a cage. You're right. It covers the entire room save for a circle in the middle of the floor. I am uncertain. As I said, 3 men went mad designing this castle, and I was certainly not one of them. Wait. My darling, are you all right? You appear to be fading a little. The iron. It's draining you, isn't it? Damn it. I should have thought of that. Is there anything that I can do? Shield you with something of the natural world. Oh, will this work? Yes. It'll act as a barrier. My cloak. Take it. As much as I enjoy a flair for the dramatic, it will serve me far better keeping you safe inside. Nonsense. I will inevitably find another. Besides, this is no mere escape and revenge story. It's an adventure. And what's an adventure without a little dress-up? That's the spirit? Now, certainly this room is more than just a mere transitional. I would stay close. What am I going to do? Why, inspect the center, of course. Don't you find it curious that the entire room is covered in iron except for the circle in the center? Well, of course I'm not going to step inside. I'm undead, I'm not stupid. Immortality is not nearly as fun without a morbid sense of humor, my dear. Fine, I promise that I will be careful. I noticed that too. These aren't spikes. Around the edge of the circle, they're iron bars that have been fashioned to look like flowers. A fairy ring. But the Fae hate iron. Why would Lysander fashion a fairy ring out of iron? I was wrong. This room is no transitional. It's a cell. But if that's the case, where's the...
If it isn't my Lord Lysander's honored guest. Oh, my dear vampire, your final room is not prepared. It's bad form to enter so brazenly. And what company do you keep? Is that our little wisp? Sweet, sweet child. You aren't traveling with this fanged traitor, are you?
The only traitor I see is you, Wolf. Don't you have little girls to lie to, or pigs to harass?
I've had my fill of pigs. His lordship has offered me far finer delicacies to dine on than grandmothers, children, or swine.
Why, haven't you heard of Bigsby, the terror of the West Wood, devourer of swine and grandmothers, destroyer of homes, bested by small children and clever livestock, a lowly mercenary who was cursed to walk the world as a wolf when he refused to hold up his end of a Fey bargain? No. Oh, what a shame. Look, Bigsby. Someone else who's never heard of you.
Ha! You're one to talk. No one but those you betrayed know who you are, Angelus. As for small children, I wouldn't be so sure. Do you like my new attire?
Lovely. And how did you fit such an inflated ego through such a small collar, Bigsby? I would be dying to know, but, well...
Strong words for a prisoner with nothing left but his bravado. Perhaps this time we'll choose a smaller cell to match how insignificant you are.
Oh, 5 whole syllables. My, Bigsby, you are improving. But you'll find I have a bit more than only bravado left.
Taking lessons from Angelus in empty words, I see. But are you so sure about your decision to fight at his side? Do you know who he is? Did he tell you about the things he's done?
I wouldn't get so engrossed in one of Bigsby's stories. He's a bit long-winded.
Oh, so you haven't, Angelus. Perhaps I'll force him to tell you before I swallow him whole. It's such a horrid tale. It's why Angelus fought with Lord Lysander in the first place. It's why he was called the Hollow Prince.
As the dog says, I'll explain it just before I'm devoured. So I suppose you'll have to hope that he's the victor. Of course, that would mean that you'll be right back in that little cell of your own.
Is that the seeds of doubt being sown? Oh, Angelus, are you doomed to have every ally turn on you? What did you say, Spirit? I can't hear. Ah! Oh! What is that?
Oh, my dear Bigsby. Did you not know what manner of wisp you let so close to you? Was that why you and your lackeys were so content leaving them in the cell next to mine? That was the sound of death calling. They've come to collect for all the wrong you've done. Call it retribution for all those you betrayed. And I am their willing instrument. So come, Bigsby, lapdog of a false king. Come and answer to death's call.